Hi there. Welcome to Travel Quest Network's Weekly Chatter Live. And I am Joshua Harrell, and this is...
I'm Jason Block. Great to see you all. Great to see you, sir.
Great to see you. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us live. And if you are watching us on demand, then thank you for what is that? Like when you're like binge watching and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna watch those two guys.
Just couldn't get enough.
Yeah,
like,
you couldn't get enough.
Yeah.
I love it. Or listening to us as you're walking your dog and cleaning up the little dog poopies. Yes, we're right in their ear when that's happening. And Evan is behind the camera being our producer. Yeah, it was a little soft. I don't know if his volume is there. But Evan is behind the camera producing our show and generally keeping us on track as best he can. So, if you are a member of Travel Quest Network, then you are you can be a member of our members only Facebook group. And that's where the chatter really comes from.
That's right.
We're doing a little chin wagging here, but you're doing the chatter. So if you are joining us live in our members only Facebook group, keep that chat alive and show us some emotion. Let us know we're doing good, or just encourage us. We need encouragement. To carry this top off, I need encouragement.
That is a brave and bold choice, my friend.
Do we like it? And it gets hidden, but they're gold chains. I think if you have to show the gold chains, then you're not wearing it right. Because when I watch TV and they're wearing a shirt like this, the chains are just there. Like, I didn't have to try. I didn't have to show off, but they are there, so that was on purpose. Anyway, how has your week been?
It has been pretty crazy.
Okay.
But a lot of good things. We got a lot of good things coming. But we're gonna keep it light here today. So speaking of crazy,
was it gonna get heavy?
No, we don't want to dive too much into the business stuff.
The business, okay.
Yeah. Even though this is a show and our network is all about supporting you guys, travel entrepreneurs in general.
Yeah.
But speaking of crazy, last week we finished off the show talking about crazy requests, and we wanted you to come back this week and let us know, because I know clients have asked you guys for some crazy stuff. And I just thought it'd be fun. Let's just spend a minute. Let's hear some crazy stuff. I saw from the chat that Alan said he has a client that requested that he asked the hotel to leave a pineapple on the pillow for some sort of tradition. Now, what kind of tradition do you think that is? Do they eat the pineapple? What do they do with the pineapple?
Well, Jason, historically, because pineapples, if you didn't know, take 2 years to mature to the point where you can eat them, normally, right? Well, not normally, like you eat it. There's an option for abnormal eating, but so it takes 2 years. So this is something. There's quite an investment in it.
2 years.
Yeah, and they as you know, they store very well. So when you are traveling in like the old times, I don't know, like the old times is
Is that like the 50s or is that?
No, we're going way back.
We're going the 800s, like how?
Yeah, we're in the 1800s. Yeah,
1800s,
we're kind of in there. And so if you were staying with someone, because they didn't just stay for a weekend, they stayed for a long time, they would give their host a pineapple.
So yeah, I'm learning something new.
And so that's why you see pineapple decorations around in Charleston. They're everywhere. But I do know that it also means something else. So, so that's.
Well, I think some folks in the chat know what it means.
Yeah, but I don't. I think if they requested the pineapple on the pillow,
right.
I don't think that's kind of that signal.
Talk about signal what you sell.
But you weren't fast enough on that one. Oh Lord, I just feel like we went down a path.
I hope you all are having a great week.
Recover. So I'm just gonna move on. I'm gonna move on to the mystery box that's here. So you missed it.
Yeah, what?
Because our friend Robin from Royal Caribbean, she stopped by.
Okay.
The office here in Roswell, just north of Atlanta. And brought us. Well, she brought us a lot of food. She wanted to She
What'd she
wanted to fatten. Oh, she got us pizzas and chicken wings and salad. I mean, nobody ate the salad. I'm just saying. Like everybody was like, "Oh, there's not enough room on the plate for the salad." Like, oopsies. But she brought us cookies, so I
wow.
thought we could be all Cookie Monster in here. And I've got. What is your like? What's your-
Favorite cookie?
Yeah.
Ooh. Like, yeah, it's hard to beat chocolate chip, right?
Oh, I hate chocolate chip.
What? Okay.
I absolutely hate chocolate chip. But I see there is an oatmeal
Who hates
raisin.
chocolate chip?
I do. I do not like hard chocolate. I only like chocolate ice cream.
Okay.
So, yeah, so there is an oatmeal raisin. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Royal Caribbean. Oatmeal raisin cookies.
So Cheyenne's going back to the chat here real quick.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Oh,
it's fine.
with my
It's
mouth full.
fine. She says she's not even comfortable stating what someone requested, but it had something to do with a third person for a romantic getaway and activities. I'd love to know how you responded to that one. Okay, Paul says Snickerdoodles reign supreme.
Oh,
Back to I'm
sorry,
multitasking, Joshua.
I'm
We gotta
like,
keep up.
Cheyenne's got me all like, what? And I'm just enjoying. So the thing I hate
Yeah.
is when I'm not wearing my glasses because I've got astigmatism. So it will look like an oatmeal raisin,
Yeah.
and I think I'm getting an oatmeal raisin, and then all of a sudden I bite into that chocolate chip.
And it's
I'm
chocolate
like,
chip, everyone's favorite.
yeah. Or, oh my gosh, this was awful. One time somebody put chocolate chips in with the raisins. And I was like, what are you trying to do?
Now those are good.
No. Oh my gosh, purity.
Now you can't go wrong with a white chocolate macadamia nut either. Those are
yeah.
pretty tasty.
And if it's warm,
Oh yeah,
yeah. Oh yeah, it's awesome.
naturally.
Awesome. All right, what else is going on in the chatter?
Oh god, yeah, we got Andy in there also with the white chocolate macadamia nut. So Andy and I are on the same page there. Let's see if there's any other. A lot of pineapple talk. Randy got a win for the week. Got his Princess Commodore status, and won Disney Cruise Inquiry. That's awesome, Randy.
Congratulations. And you know, it pays, what did Erica call it? Summer school. It pays to, kids are out of school, but you go in school and you learn, use this time to learn. And that Princess program, if you get to Commodore status,
Yeah.
there's some free cruise opportunity there. Which, I mean, that's,
Cha-ching.
yeah.
Yeah. And Cynthia was in first this week, and her wins for the week. 3 new inquiries, a Greece group, love groups.
A Greece group?
A Greece group. A group going to Greece.
Oh, Greece. Okay. I was like, Greece is the word, is
Not
the
that kind of group,
word.
I don't think.
Like, I could see that being a thing. Like,
And then another group to Vegas, an Orlando trip, and then a booking to Orlando. That's awesome. Let's see here. Jeff, he is saying hello from Bimini. Have you been to Bimini?
I have not.
Bimini, I haven't either.
Okay.
But I was just talking with my wife, I don't know, last week. I was like, we need to go to Bimini. It's like right off the coast of Florida.
Well, I knew it wasn't off the coast of Georgia.
I just,
but-
wanted to make sure we're on the same page. But I've never been there. So he's on the Scarlet Lady.
Yeah, I was about to say, are you on Virgin Voyages? And is it, Jeff, as much fun as everyone says? Because I mean, we've talked about it before.
We're jealous.
Yeah, there's been some people in the top 3 that Virgin has been a part of, and we had dinner with somebody who said, I would never have thought you could get me on a Virgin Voyages, and she was there for a sales meeting, and she said, "Oh my gosh, I stayed out until 3 a.m. and had to roll into to the meeting." So there's some magic that he's put, Sir.
Yep.
Oh, I almost called him Sir Elton John, Richard Branson. Sorry, he's put in there. Anyway.
Let's see. Alan, great week this week. He got his flights for Diamond Voyage and 2 leads from Agent Profiler.
Congratulations, Alan.
Nice job.
And just for anybody who's listening or watching who doesn't know what the Diamond Voyage is, part of our agent member recognition program is our GEM program, and it's all based on revenue achieved within a calendar year.
Uh-huh.
And I'm saying it to you like I'm educating you, but you helped craft it, so you know it very well.
tell.
Sorry, so I'm telling you.
Continue.
But one of the fantabulous perks is a special reward trip on a voyage. We do a voyage. It's called the Diamond Voyage. The Diamond Voyage, yes. And this year we're doing it with AMA Waterways, and we're doing Amsterdam to
Amsterdam.
Yep. Holland, Belgium, and
Day trip to Bruges.
Bruges, yes. So that is going to be so fun, and we're so excited. I mean, it's going to be an amazing group. I'm so glad for all of you who are going to be joining us, and our partners who are coming along with us.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun.
Absolutely.
So yes, book your flights
Absolutely.
if you've got it.
So Bill's in with our national day.
Oh yeah, Bill.
Any guesses?
It's
always random.
definitely not National Oatmeal Cookie Day.
It is not, thankfully. It is International Waterfall Day.
Oh, don't go chasing waterfalls, please. So
And that is
international.
why International Waterfall Day is only one time per year.
So that's interesting that would be a thing.
Yes, and he's asking what's the most breathtaking waterfall that you've ever seen?
Oh, I mean, to be fair, I don't think I've actually seen a waterfall. I think I've only seen, like, what's up here, Appalachia to Apple something, Tuscaloosa. What is there's a park. It's got a big long name.
There's a waterfall in a park. Okay.
Yeah, but it's big and long. I mean, it goes like it's a. Where's the most breath? Where's the most breathtaking waterfall that you've ever seen?
Oh, no.
Today is not my day.
Yeah, I only have a boring answer. That's Niagara Falls.
Oh. Amicalola Falls. That's what I was thinking
got
of.
it.
Right here. Thank you. Thank you for helping me out because you live up
I
here.
have no idea what you're talking
You live
about.
up here.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
Cynthia says Bimini is the bomb. So
Bimini is the bomb.
thank you, Cynthia. We have a bunch of other waterfalls that I can't pronounce. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I love how you just get out of it by saying I can't pronounce it. But
Hey,
I
know
would
your
have been
strengths,
trying,
people.
like, somebody like puts in the chat, I don't know, a random place. I try to pronounce it. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. What else we got here? Eileen, excited for the Diamond Voyage. Flights booked also. Excellent.
Eileen was filling up my inbox. Eileen, I'm so glad that you are joining us because she was like, when is the invitation coming out? When is it coming out?
Hannah's win for the week. Going to an amazing event with some Africa suppliers yesterday in Seattle and getting to hang out with fellow Travel Quest agent Jim, who is such a gem.
He's a gem. Gem.
That's awesome.
I like that.
Our Amy says hiking the Blue Mountains and seeing waterfalls you wouldn't see unless hiking. So like hidden.
Oh, she's like on the secret trails. Hey, you know what? I didn't know that about you, Amy. I didn't know she goes around hiking.
I didn't either. And Hannah says, just think how committed you were to learning how to say squim. Isn't it? Did I get it right?
Yeah, swim. Yep, swim.
I struggled
Washington.
with that one as well.
Yeah, swim, Washington,
All
not sequim.
Yeah. So.
Oh, sorry. But,
No,
oh,
that.
I wasn't sure if you were going to continue on. So, just a couple of things. We have, Evan has been keeping TravelQuestNetwork.com/blog alive with, or bringing it to life with all this amazing content. So there is a new blog out. Please check it out on TravelQuestNetwork.com/blog. Then also make sure, we are sharing some fun tidbits and things on our social handles. So at Travel Quest Network, Instagram, Facebook, at Travel Quest Net, I think, on Twitter if you are still twittering. But there's some fun. So Evan and Cassandra have been splicing up some of our videos. And it's been interesting to
Yeah.
see us. If you are not following us, please go follow us. And then the other thing I want to say is there is still room now that we have opened up Travel Quest World for some more space. So the fastest way to get to registration is go to travelquestworld.com and you'll be able to learn more about the event there. But we had sold out and we worked it with the Waldorf Astoria in Orlando. So it's now a much bigger event. It's going to be exciting.
Great. It's going to be great.
It's-
We have a few spots left.
Yeah.
And, speaking of Waldorf,
Yeah.
I don't know if you read The Points Guy, if you heard that website.
I've heard of it.
So they came out with a ranking of the best Waldorf Astoria properties in the world. And the Waldorf Astoria that we'll be going to was number 4 on their list. Now, just to put that in perspective, for those of you not familiar with the Waldorf brand, one of the other properties in the Waldorf Astoria family was on Travel and Leisure's top 100 list at number 3. Now, that was in the Maldives, and it has overwater villas, and we're not going to have that in Orlando. Travel Quest World.
No.
But
Okay.
we will have many other fabulous things, and we're going to have a great time. So
We will have a great
the
time.
point is, great rate, awesome property, and a lot of fun, and a lot of learning,
A lot of learning. Yes.
a lot of networking with each other. So
Yes, I mean it's always the coolest thing about Travel Quest World is seeing our members who have known each other for a very long time come together, which was kind of cool to see on the road shows because in the past it had only been like an annual event. And
Right.
now those meetups happen throughout the year, but it's a lot of those new friendships that form and continue on, or oh, I saw you in the members only Facebook group, and it's nice to put a face to a name, that kind of a thing. Anyway, so
I am counting it down.
yeah, Travel Quest World, September 8th through the 10th in Orlando. And then, we talked about the GEM program and the Diamond Voyage. And just a couple of weeks ago, we had our monthly, the monthly Crown Call returned. And something that I didn't think about, and we did talk about it during the call, but so many members progress or achieved Crown status this year. So just to put it in perspective, they hadn't hit it based on their sales last year, the revenue, because it has to be traveled sales. But they made it into the Crown with they qualified with their sales, their revenue generated this year. And I think that is, that's amazing.
A lot of first-time members.
Yeah. So it was, I think I said to you after the call, I was like, there were so many new members and new Crown members who were coming on the Diamond Voyage. So, and so I was kind of blown away. So I wanted to call that out a little. So that was my call out. Do we have any more of the unusual requests?
No, apparently our members have the most normal, nicest clients in the world,
Okay.
with no unusual requests,
Okay.
no prima donnas. I know, suspicious.
That's a little suspicious. I do think. I believe if Velma was watching, she
I'm
would.
betting they're out there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe by the end we'll get some.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. So if they're not going to talk about their unusual requests,
Yes.
then last week we did talk about summer, like where are people traveling now? Not where are people wanting to go in the future, but where are people traveling now? And we were talking a little bit earlier about travel habits and like, do you have is there any kind of particular travel habits you have? And Evan had suggested something like, do you try to get home on Saturday so you have Sunday to rest up, or do you take
Right.
it do you return on Sunday night and then just deal with the
get the most out of
consequences?
it.
Yeah, to get the
Yeah.
most out of it. So that was his. He posed that question,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to pose that question to you. Which one would you do? Because I already heard your answer, but I want to share it with everybody. So you guys answer in the chat. Are you somebody that pushes it to the limit, or you make sure that
Yeah.
you've got a day of a break there?
I, when I was younger,
Okay.
would burn it to the absolute limit. So I would take the red eye home and come back into. In fact, we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
Red eye home Sunday night and land Monday morning going to work.
Okay.
Right. As I've gotten older, I'm like, like Sunday morning at the latest, I want to be home. But usually it's Saturday. I mean, usually Jillian, let's come back on Saturday so we have a day to recuperate, and she is all on board too. So I think maybe it's an age thing. As you get a little older, you want a little more time to, resettle in. Or what about
adjust.
you?
Well, as we have stated before, I don't really like to vacation. I like to travel for work. So I do make some stupid choices. Like last week after the show, I flew in from LA on the red eye, and then I worked the day, and then we did the show, and I was done. You had to scrape me up, get me out of here. So I'm not the wisest person when it comes to that, but I do have a little travel rule, and that is that I have to be in transit 3 hours before my flight is going to take off. So even in Atlanta, I live 25 minutes away from the airport. It's 3 hours, and then I'm good. I don't want to be stressed out at all. So you and I always tell this story. You and I first time traveling together. We went to visit the original office in Albertville, Minnesota, and you used to live in the Minneapolis area, and you felt very confident that we would be able to return the rental car and all this stuff. And the 3 hour mark had gone off, and I was we could not say everybody. It was like long goodbyes with family. Like we could not. I was getting in the car. I had the seatbelt on.
Alarm
I was
bells
like,
were going off in your
Yeah.
head, and you're
and
having a
then
panic attack.
And then we're getting into like close to the downtown area, getting to the airport, and the traffic got backed up, and I was literally like scraping at the glass. So he just pulled up to the terminal and said, "Get out, I'll return the car," because you were driving me insane. That was our first time we traveled together, but I just couldn't. And you ended up at the gate at the same time as I did, so I don't know what I was doing, but anyway, so the 3 hour rule is real, and if it'll ruin a trip if I'm not in transit.
Really?
Yeah. What about our members?
Oh, let's see here.
And I do know a tip that, which is, I guess it's a tip, not necessarily like travel habits, but Bonnie Lee, founder of Travel Quest, she gave me the tip that when you're on a ship or at a hotel, send your laundry off the day before you leave, so then you're packing clean clothes and you don't have to worry about it when you get home. I thought that was brilliant.
I don't know if I could do that.
Really?
Yeah, because here's my problem.
Okay.
Well, I guess maybe that is a good idea.
But what's the problem?
Well, it's not a real problem now that I think about it.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Maybe I'll try that.
I mean, it's expensive.
Well,
Granted,
yeah.
it's expensive.
Like, what do
but
they charge you? Like $9 for a pair of socks?
Yeah, yeah. I don't, and half the time, if I don't organize the dirty from the clean, it's like a free for all. But I'm just saying,
I'm kind of surprised you don't just leave your clothes. I'm like, I'll buy new.
I'm not that.
I've worn it once.
I mean, that does happen, but I mean, I at least want to take it back with me.
Like, how many times a year could you wear this shirt?
I guarantee you that you'll never see.
It's one and done.
Yeah, it's one and done. It is one and done.
All right. A lot of folks looks like they like to have a day. But
Okay.
Cynthia says now that she's self-employed, it's not a big deal.
Good point. Right, you don't have to worry about it.
I love that.
And that is the cool thing about being in travel and self-employed. As long as you've got an internet connection, you are connected.
Sure.
So that's the only challenge is if you're
Flexibility's
trying to
great.
really, especially on a cruise where it's kind of spotty.
Hannah is like you. She likes to leave lots of room. Cynthia not only leaves at least 3 hours before for the airport, she likes to be at the airport 3 hours before.
Oh, okay.
No exceptions.
No exceptions. Well, I mean, good for you. I mean, I'm only at 25 minutes at least from Atlanta. Is that your phone that you did not turn the volume off?
It
I
is.
swear.
Shannon says it's for sure an age thing. I now like to be home by Friday night, so she has all weekend. Yes, I'm with you. So I thought that might make me sound too crazy, but yes, Friday night's even better. Pretty soon I'm gonna be like, I don't want to go anywhere.
No, I've been at a few conferences with Jason, and like the next day will be like a half day type thing, and then I'm like looking for you the last day, and I'm like not finding you, and people are like, oh no, he went ahead and drove home or something, and I'm like that.
There reaches a point in the party where you should just feel comfortable to leave.
Oh my goodness! Well, we're gonna take.
We
a pause.
finally have some crazy stories here. When you want to come back to?
We'll get back to that. But right now, we want to do one of our favorite things, and that's go over to Tyler, Texas, the international capital of roses, to see our Velma. Hey, Velma, are you there?
Oh, hi, Jason.
Hello.
I love the sunglasses. What's
Purple. Purple. What's that? What does that bring to mind? Travel Quest World.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure, and I was gonna say that was more of a lavender. I was gonna.
No, purple.
Okay, so guys, I'm just gonna say this because a couple of days ago I was talking to Velma. We were doing a video call, and I noticed she had these really cool glasses, and I said, "Are they new?" And she said yes, about a week old, and she's got 3 different pairs, and so she had different moods for each one. And so the fact that we opened the call with the video with you with your shades on, I wasn't sure what message you were sending me, because we were talking about like in a meeting where all of a sudden things get serious. She can switch on the serious glasses, or she can come back to fun.
Well, yes, this is purple because Travel Quest World is coming up, and our team, they are really cooking up some special things, and purple has a place in these places.
Oh, you know what? I know this.
That's all
Now
I
I
can say, Joshua. I
yeah.
can't say more. No.
She's done that to me twice this week. The little dropping of the hints. Anyway, get on with what you're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be talking. We got the serious glasses on.
Glasses on. Yes, serious. Although these numbers are great, I'm gonna put on the fun glasses.
Oh, let's party every day. Okay, so for those of you who are new to the show, every week Velma comes to us and she is reporting on the top 3 positions in terms of revenue, total revenue invoiced in the past week. So 1 week, 1 agent. So this isn't an agency's sales. This is an individual agent. So and this is just to kind of give you a little origin story. This is really, we started the weekly chatter as a way to communicate out that during a time when a lot of people were not marketing their business, they were just waiting for things to happen. We could see that there were a lot of our members who were already onto the future and booking groups. They knew they were dealing with the problems, but they were also moving forward. So this is where it all got started, and it's just fascinating to hear the numbers. And sometimes Velma has a story behind them too. So Velma, what's this week look like?
Okay, well, this is a very interesting week. In the number 3 spot, gross sales 120,453, weekly revenue 16,261, and this revenue is strictly service fees.
What?
Yes, strictly service fees. That's it. I know. I just kept going through pages and pages of these fees. I could not believe it. I had to verify this with Jesse. it's all service fees. So
For air transactions?
air, and this member charges a fee for everything she does. So whether the trip goes or not, she gets her fee. Everything she does. So there were some other the I knew it was a fee, but the amount was a little strange. It's a fee for I booked this hotel for you or whatever. So
Yep.
Interesting.
I know. That's exciting. So in the number two spot, um, gross sales of 115,416 and the weekly revenue $17,019. This weekly revenue is a small Viking group, a small Viking ocean group, and one individual Viking river. That's
So it's the week of the Viking groups. I'm waiting for another brand, and she just
well, you know what? It doesn't take a lot of those either. That's what amazes me.
No, it doesn't.
You know, it's not hundreds of people here. It's just a few staterooms. Okay, anyway. Now, in the number one spot,
it goes on forever, Velma. So you
I
can
know
just.
I just love it. Okay. Gross sales of 390,000,
Ooh.
weekly revenue of 53,305.
Okay. You got to give me the story on this one, Velma.
Yeah, that's not an everyday thing.
No.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
These are several groups, but they're not large groups. Once again, it's a
Oh.
small Viking Ocean, a small group made up of Viking River cabins, and
Mhm.
a small Colette Tours group, and then two individual bookings with Insight.
Wow.
Wow. Well, so there's some interesting lessons that we can all learn from this week's top three.
Mm-hmm.
There is definitely a place for service fees.
Yeah.
You can't deny it. You might not like them, but if you want to build a strong, thriving business for just about all of you, they make sense.
Mm-hmm.
There are cases where maybe it doesn't, but second thing, money is in groups.
Yep.
What a great way to scale your business. And you don't have to, and we've talked about this before, Velma, right? You don't have to jump in with a 50-passenger group. You can start small.
That's right.
That's probably the best way to start.
That's true.
But look, I mean, two of the top three groups are a big piece of it, even if they're small groups, and one very active with service fees. I think those are great points of illustration to make sure we all
That's right.
take that away and think about, okay, how can we implement that in our business? What's the one thing we could do next week that will get us moving towards that?
Yeah, and one of the things you've said it many times. I've heard Tommy over at Carnival say it a million times. It's not necessarily that you're going into it with a group that like there was already a group formed, but you know, would somebody else want to go with you? And just asking that question can spark the snowball for it to snowball. So
Yeah.
it's
That's right. That's right. We used to say if you have someone come in to your office and they book 2 or 3 cabins, go ahead and make it a group. Why not?
Right.
They'll get some extra amenities, and then they can start inviting people to go with them if they want
Right.
people to go with them, of course. So
And I love that question. Who else do you want to travel with? It's not a yes/no question.
Yeah.
It's not are you traveling with anyone else? It's who else. So it's you're inviting them to give you a name.
Yeah, and the way, just because of it being not a yes or no question, it actually makes me try to answer you, even though
Right,
I wasn't
even if
thinking
you
about
don't
it.
want
Yeah,
to,
I'd be
right.
like, yeah,
Some people just by nature of being agreeable might
yeah,
answer you.
yeah. Let me think about it. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Velma, my friend Velma, she'd like
Right.
to go.
Oh, what's Velma's email? What's her phone number?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
No.
before I go, I do have one of those stories where someone asks you for something unique, or
I knew you. I
Yes.
knew you would. I knew you
yeah,
would.
I put some in the chat, but this one came to mind because it was kind of stressful. So the guy comes in and he's a regular customer, and he says, I want to book a trip, but I don't want you to use any of my contact information that you have because I'm not taking my wife on this trip. I'm taking my girlfriend. So,
Oh, scandaloso.
Wow.
so we had to put all these different numbers in his record and different, and you know what? I felt so guilty, and I felt part of part
Yeah,
of
you were an
that.
accomplice.
I was.
Oh, I'd be like, I bust the windows out your car. I'd get, wow. Was it a good booking though? Did you get a good commission out of it?
Did that make you feel better?
It did.
Yeah, girl.
All right. Well, I'm
Wow.
going to enjoy a 3-day weekend. How about y'all?
Yes. And do you know what? I think, I hate when people talk about weather,
Yes.
but we have been kind of in a little like grumpy dumpy, I'm a little black rain cloud around here in Georgia. So it's now starting to get a little bright and sunny. Maybe Royal Caribbean, when Robin came by, she brought the sun.
She brought the sun.
Yeah. So you enjoy your weekend, Velma. Thank you so much. And something that I know that I'm going to share with everybody is we're going to hear a little more straight talk from Velma in the weeks to come. So keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, that's
Yes.
true.
Nice.
All right. See you later, Velma.
Bye, Velma. Good weekend.
Oh my goodness. She's the shades.
I love it.
Yeah, she's. It took me a minute to figure out, but it's just it's a secret, trade secret. Purple. So, any stories come through?
Yeah, there's a few that are.
Oh, there's a long one there. That's a
So this is from Deb.
okay.
Hello, my name is blanked out. I'm looking to start doing some traveling. I'm not sure where yet,
Okay.
but I prefer warm weather. I would like to find a female travel partner to share the cost and adventure with. I don't know if you know of any single ladies looking for an honest, trustworthy travel partner or not, but thought I'd check. I'm 61 years old, but in good shape and active. I don't enjoy traveling alone and prefer company to enjoy it with. I retired early and am financially secure. I could possibly help with expenses for partner if needed. There are no expectations or strings involved. I just want a friend to share vacation with. If I need to go alone, I will. Now, I don't know if that's funny, sad. I don't know what to make of that one.
And she cut and pasted that, didn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? You have to put a lot of fishing, whatever. You got to put a lot of stuff in the water to get fish. I don't know. I don't know. You try. But I have to say, while you were reading it,
Yeah.
I was looking over at Evan's face, and he has no idea what you're looking at, and he's just like a little bit like, where is this gonna go? So that I enjoyed even more.
So here's a couple more. Don't put me next to a window on the plane because I
Oh.
don't like my hair blown. No, but that's not real, is it?
Yeah, that's not real.
And then one person said, I want to go to all-inclusive, but I don't want my husband to drink.
Oh.
Oh, goodness. Stephanie says we get too many calls asking for travel companions. Guess
Oh.
we should have named the agency Travel Girl Group.
Oh, that is true.
Or shouldn't have named it.
Yeah, so Stephanie's company's name is Travel Girl Group. So that would, if I was searching for certain things. Hey, Stephanie, we were talking about
goodness.
SEO, and I think maybe your numbers might be a little skewed a little bit. Oh, wow. Well, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've had websites where inquiries come in and it's like Tina Turner, Mickey Mouse. I mean, whatever. But I've never had a straight up proposition like that. Wow. Okay.
We don't do that.
Yeah, that is not our thing at all. Wow. Okay. I can't to kind of move on from that. I think we need to move over and go chat with. I want to say our Signal What You Sell queen. Not necessarily pineapple referenced at all. Erica from New Jersey, come on down. Da 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 da. Okay.
Da da.
Take it away.
Hey Erica, how's it going?
I'm great. How you guys doing? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you. All right. So, what you got for us? You're gonna tell us what's on deck for the next week?
There is so much stuff going on next week. Are you ready for all this stuff? Can you
ready.
even handle this?
I don't think you're ready for this, Jelly.
I don't know if you're ready for this. Jerry. First of all, wait. First, okay, I'll tell you what's happening next week, and then I have some fun stuff. So
Okay.
let's start with housekeeping. Monday, it's a holiday, but that don't matter because Velma is having a conversation with our very own Amy Little, and that's going to be super exciting. Amy is many of you know her from our agent profiler workshops or from calling our agency services team, but Amy is also a travel agent and a rock star at destination weddings. So Velma's asking her the tough questions.
Nice.
Then, right? If we don't have enough Amy in our lives, Amy's coming back and doing agent profiler workshops with yours truly. And we're starting at the start. Intro to agent profiler. What the heck is agent profiler, guys? We're starting. So if you guys talk about agent profiler a lot, and I kind of am a little lost, this is the class for you. That's what you're going to start with. Then
Nice.
we've got Signal What You Sell. Week 5. We're halfway through. You know, I like to talk about smart strategies. We are talking about creating a smart plan. We are reaching the planning phase of signaling what you sell. Then Wednesday, our girl Greer from Abercrombie and Kent is coming back, and we are having a power talk. And this is where I maybe get to ask to go on an Abercrombie and Kent safari. It might happen.
You just gotta wait for the right moment.
Yeah, just
Erica.
if the door opens just a little bit, just like, I know you'll do it. You'll put your foot right in there. You'll be like,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
coming.
layering it into the conversation. It's going power talks are 1 hour, so I have my alarm set for every 8 minutes.
oh, wow, it's strategic, isn't it?
That's right.
I like that.
That's right. I am, guys. How much do we love Abercrombie and Kent? Right?
Oh,
Very nice.
yeah, and it was so great. We had Greer here in the Atlanta studio for the partner spot. Actually, the first partner spotlight in the studio. It's been a long time, so she got to come in, and that was a great conversation. And I learned a lot more about Africa because she has been so much. But the whole Abercrombie and Kent story seems like, something out of an old book. There,
Right.
it got started with the founder wanting to take a champagne bucket out on safari, and then his mama said, "Let's bring out the silver too." So I think that was a cool story, but all the different experiences that she was talking about just in Africa alone, let alone everywhere else they go.
Like I said, do you want to go on an Abercrombie and Kent?
She keeps adding an
Yes.
extra syllable in there.
Abercrombie.
Abercrombie.
It's like
She's
my
not gonna let
tongue
you go now. I'm
swells when I
sorry.
say it. All right. Anyway, you accuse me of taking too much time. Okay. You want to know what's happening also next week. Last thing that's happening next week, then a couple announcements. Our friends at Travel Leaders are hosting a very special secret weapon, the travel advisor's secret weapon. Do you know that you have in your arsenal with our friends at Travel Leaders Network in-country partners? Who's familiar with in-country partners and
How much
how
have we been talking about it?
amazing they are? I know. And it's like Travel Leaders heard us and said, here's a special presentation just for you, Travel Quest Network, because you guys are talking about in-country partners, and I think you should know more. It's hotels, it's villas, it's special stuff just for your customers. It's a really cool resource for you to search things and also for you to share them with your customers. Did you know there's like an agent view and a client view? So if you're in the Starbucks having that convo with your client, you can even be showing them what you're looking at.
Hmm.
Very cool.
I did
So-
know that, but I'm just saying, if y'all don't know that, you need to.
I'm glad that's happening because in-country partners are way underutilized. And more people, I think, need to learn more about how it all works, what they are, who they are, what they do, what they can do for you. It is a resource you should be using, so definitely check that out if you're not familiar with all the ins and outs.
And
Check it
what I love about it is the fact that it is like the whole setup of it is you have an extension of your agency in destination. You've got the experts who know where to get the coffee, where to get the dessert, like all the different things. That is a way for you to have expertise that you might not have.
Right.
So, oh yay! I'm glad we were just
That's great.
talking about that earlier this week. So I'm excited.
Things are it's a very serendipitous week here at Travel Quest Network. It really
love it.
is. So, and if not to deter you from attending Tuesday, but if you can't make it Tuesday, I heard a rumor another one's happening later in the summer. So keep your eye on World Via Pro. All these events are listed there. I would also just like to give a shout out. We have not one but two new graduates of Travel Leaders Specialist programs.
All right.
Yay to Terry Heinisch, who has completed the groups specialization, and that's a
Oh,
biggie.
so exciting.
So
Yeah.
good job,
Excellent.
Terry. And Brandy Fulfer, who's completed leisure specialist. So
Fantastic.
nice
That's great.
work.
I remember
Very
Terry
nice
talking
job.
about working on the group's specials program. I'm so excited. Congratulations
She
to both
has
of you.
made it. That's
Yeah.
a big deal.
That's fantastic.
Yes. And I would just like to close by saying thank you to our members. We have a bunch of people joining us very soon on Holland America's Koenigsdam doing the Alaska Inside Passage. I don't know, it makes me want to hula for some reason.
I because when I think of the Inside Passage, I'm like,
Or the Koenigsdam.
yeah.
It makes me, I don't know, it makes
It
me
makes me
excited,
wanna
Hey, you do
hula.
You do you, Erica.
right? We can't wait. We're excited.
We are.
Fam trips are
excited.
happening at Travel Quest Network.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yes.
That one went fast.
It
huh?
did. It,
Yeah.
it did. It went fast, and please make sure you are looking for these opportunities in Pro. They're under the promotions section of Pro, World Via Pro. So please, 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 you want to make that your homepage. Well, no, make the homepage of World Via Pro your homepage. But I'm just saying, don't miss out. Check, because there are some really cool opportunities that are going to be coming through. So definitely
And
check
check
out.
often. That one lasted what, a day?
Not even. I
Not
don't
even
even
a
get.
day.
Yeah,
So
not
you-
even a day.
You gotta
So-
be in there.
So, Erica, thank you so much for giving us a preview of what's on deck for next week. And everybody can check all the dates and times and registration stuff on World Via Pro under events, right?
That is absolutely correct.
Fantastic.
Your
All
third
right.
homepage.
Your third, yeah, your third homepage. So, listen, keep on signaling what you sell, right?
Like a flash.
All right, take care. See you next
Bye,
week. Have a great
guys.
weekend.
Bye,
Happy
Erica.
Friday.
Happy
Friday.
Friday. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's an action-packed week.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So I think there's a little bit of something for everybody there.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I want to just hit it on again is the Signal What You Sell is a summer series that Erica has put together. Really breaking things down on marketing and sales, but
Right.
trying to attract, I don't want to say the right customers, but the customers who the customers who you are wanting to sell to, like not necessarily what you just happen to get. Like make sure you signal what you sell or what you want to sell so you get the right customers. And this is a very long series, but it is in depth. And not only does she do the live sessions, but it is available in episodes on WorldVia Pro, so you can check out the recordings.
Yeah, it's not too late to start, even though it's week 5.
Yep.
Go back, watch the recordings, catch up, and you're ready to go.
Yep, you're ready to go. It's powerful stuff. Getting grave reviews. That sounded really awful. It's getting grave reviews.
We're
Wow.
gonna before the chatter, we're gonna have to start doing those like
Red leather, yellow leather,
pronunciation exercises.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
gosh.
Anything going on in the chat?
Terry's just saying we were talking about Abercrombie. He spent 7 weeks in Kenya hosting a series of groups. I'm picturing Robert Redford and Out of Africa.
Yeah.
And he also said he'll be hosting the Holland America fam. So he said he's looking forward to that, spending time with those of you who'll be there.
Yeah.
Um,
But he'll wear a parka, not like the bandana that's you drip you put in the water and you tie around the neck. That's what he had when he was touring.
He sets his attire appropriate.
Yeah.
For the environment.
I love it.
It's like a chameleon.
He is. That's our Terry, a chameleon. I just wonder what he's doing right now. I hope he's chuckling. That's fantastic. So, do we have any headlines? He's so good at that with his.
Good evening.
Yeah. And then I'll move out of the shot so you can do it.
So this one is interesting. So we talk about some new product launches on here from time to time.
Yeah.
So Paul Gauguin,
Yes.
right? Lovely product.
Yeah, they've been here all week.
So they unveiled their 2025 voyages for French Polynesia, Fiji, the South Pacific. But we pulled this one, and this is so fitting for today because it has some fun words to say in it. So I didn't know
What
how
do
the
you
show
and
was,
Evan get up to?
I didn't know the show was going to go quite like this, but this is just perfect. Okay. So here we go.
This is going.
So they'll have, 26 voyages on 6 different itineraries. Reservations just opened on these itineraries yesterday, I believe. New for this year, new for the 2025 season, will be a 10-night, you ready for this? More Tuamotus and Society Islands itinerary, where you will visit not only Tuamotu, the Tuamotu archipelago, but Fakarava and the UNESCO-listed Biosphere Reserve, which is renowned for its marine habitat. So, Fakarava and Tuamotu
They're on my bucket list.
are now places that you want to go.
And you can with Paul Gauguin.
And thankfully, there was the phonetic.
Yeah,
Did you
Evan
put those
knows.
in there, Evan? Thank you. Because else that might have been.
It was
don't
bad
know.
enough as
It
it
was
was. So, yeah. No,
All right,
that's
so,
fantastic.
And look, South Pacific, French Polynesia. Like, I mean, gosh, if they're in a better bucket list destination in the world than that, I don't know what.
I know. Like when I was a
Like-
kid, I watched the musical South Pacific movie,
Yeah,
and I always said I wanted to go to the South
that's
Pacific.
exactly how I came to my opinion too.
Yeah.
What age? I'm just picturing young Joshua. Totally needs to be a sitcom. Young Joshua.
Well, first.
What age were you watching the South
grown,
Pacific musical, dreaming of one day visiting Bora Bora?
I actually it probably was around 10 when you gotta wash that man right out of your hair. You gotta wash that anyway.
Okay.
And send him on his way.
So a little closer to home,
Yeah, please.
and I read this and I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, Emma Kalila Falls.
No.
Oh, you're
not
supposed to know.
and not Fakarava either. It's just fun to say, right? So Marriott hotels.
Okay.
Right? Marriott, they are opening an all-inclusive. They actually renovated a property in Cancun,
Okay.
and they're converted it into being a Marriott all-inclusive, and it is the first Marriott all-inclusive. And I read that, I'm like, that's not right. And they own a bunch of other ones under different brands, but
there's
any
not one branded.
Marriott proper branded all-inclusives. So this one sounds pretty cool. Sounds like it'll be, it's got a lazy river, which is always a bonus.
Do we have a name on it?
It is the Marriott Cancun Resort, and then it has a fun tagline. So if you say the official name, it's Marriott Cancun Resort, an all-inclusive, where is it? Resort.
Wow. That.
So I thought that was kind of interesting that
Yeah.
they're, branching out
The
an
brand
all-inclusive,
is-
right?
Yeah.
And if you would have asked me, and all of our members probably already knew that no, they don't. But if you would have asked me yesterday, does Marriott have an all-inclusive? I'd say, yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Anyway.
Well,
so
I
that-
always, with all the
that's-
big hotel brands, I get, I do get perplexed because the hotel name will have, blah 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 blah, and then the destination, and then you go to the website, and then at the bottom you're like, oh, it's a Marriott. Oh, okay, I had no clue like that.
Right.
It doesn't.
You know which one trips me up lately?
What?
The Delta. Marriott has a brand called Delta. And so I was actually looking for a hotel yesterday near an airport.
Okay.
On a trip I'm going on. And it's the Delta Hotel. Now, it's a Marriott property.
Right.
It's part of the Marriott family, right? But I don't know why, even though Delta's an airline, obviously.
Right.
But whenever I see it, I'm like, well, I don't want to stay at the airline hotel. No, they're completely unrelated.
Yeah.
But it just mentally messes with me. I don't know. I'm weird.
But that is interesting. I mean, they're two
They're
mega brands
completely
that
separated.
Yeah, that's.
But I was just looking for a hotel at the airport, right? That's what I was like,
So you automatically okay.
yeah,
What city might that have been in?
Philadelphia.
Oh, I didn't know there was a Delta Hotel. Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway,
okay, it is what it is,
yeah,
right?
that's right.
Please tell me that we've got some more fun in the chat.
Let's see. Let's scroll. Okay, there's.
Is there more?
I'm
The
not
tough
gonna
thing
read
about
that
going
one.
to the chat.
Sometimes you can't read it.
Yeah, sometimes you
It's
like.
not
At
appropriate.
least he reads it before he says it. I most of the time would just read it. So, there's that. Okay, so I guess for those of you who
Skip
are
around.
not members of the Facebook or members only Facebook group, you're missing out on apparently some hilarious chat. So we're going to talk about. Okay, he's being
This
so
is going back
entertained with
much
this.
earlier in the show.
Okay,
This must be when you were really struggling with some of the words. Andy Spade says, it's just very short, very simple. Words are hard.
they are hard. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate you.
Oh
I-
my gosh.
The fact that people will tune into this show live with some of the tomfoolery that goes on here, I mean, fortunately, there's some good. You'll if you dig enough, you will find some gold. Like there's some moments. I swear you were laughing at and I feel like I'm left out of the joke, and so does Evan because we don't get to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and just this is going way back in the chat.
Okay.
But Chris's favorite kind of cookie is a Heath bar. Now,
That's not a cookie.
that's exactly, right? I
No,
love
aren't
Heath
there,
bar.
There's
but-
Heath bar. Aren't there Heath bar cakes?
Huh?
Like you can make a cake that's supposed to be like a Heath bar, right?
Well, that would be a cake
Yeah.
and not
Yeah.
a Heath bar.
Right.
But a Heath bar, Chris, I'm sorry, is
Yeah.
not a cookie,
Yeah.
but delicious.
Nonetheless. Oh Lord. I don't.
Christina is with Paul on the Snickerdoodles. What is the best Girl Scout cookie?
Oh, Thin Mint. I mean, it.
See,
Hands
I
down.
do not like Thin Mints.
Oh, I mean, and you put them in the
Dude,
freezer.
Evan's shaking his head no either. Yeah. Inferior cookie.
No, I'm sorry.
So wait a minute.
Please,
Wait a minute.
if you are in the chat right now, you better support your Thin Mints because I'm just telling you that. I mean, I actually think that was the first ice cream they came out with when the Girl Scouts came out with their ice cream.
So, okay. I think
Put it in the freezer, and then you just eat sleeve at a time. Sleeve at a time. Okay.
I think Bill is talking about that Delta Hotels. He says no beds in the room, just airplane seats, and the restaurant only serves airplane food.
Well, I'm telling you, if you do first class on Delta and they do the ribs, it's good. The short ribs. Oh.
They said you can only bring one personal item in one bag. That's good.
Okay.
So Rebecca Lander is with you on the Thin Mints.
Thank
so I want
you.
to get this straight.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I gotta. Who's my friend here? Cheyenne's my friend. Thumbs down to the Thin Mints. So you were an
No.
oatmeal cookie, oatmeal raisin,
Oatmeal raisin, yeah.
and Thin Mint guy.
Yeah. No, Thin Mint has to be the #1. Somebody go Google.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Because the Girl Scouts have bamboozled America into paying $27 for a mint cookie. Not that I'm.
Yeah, but you can't make that yourself.
Who would want to?
But well, if you liked it, I don't even know how they make it. Like it's something.
mystery.
Yeah, it's a mystery. But listen, come away from that. It's time to say goodbye. Wow. Today has been.
It's been a
fun.
journey.
Yeah, it's been a journey. So I appreciate you,
I appreciate you,
joining me
Joshua.
on the journey today.
Thank you for having me.
With the lava lamp and our fish going at it behind us on the travel wall. Thank you guys for tuning in live and just hanging out with us today. I hope you had fun. I hope you had a laugh. I hope you will tune in next week at 4 Eastern, where we will be bringing you some more fun.
We will do our best.
We will do our best. Listen, take care of yourself. We'll see you real soon. Bye.
Love y'all. Bye.